Welcome to the English news of Binh Phuoc radio television station and newspaper. Here are the headlines for today, and I'm Thục Oanh. Binh Phuoc reviews socio-economic development in the first half. Binh Phuoc selects 36 outstanding products. Traffic export to UK soar sixfold. Foreign arrivals surged by 6.8 times in 6 months. The People Committees of Binh Phuoc Province recently held an online conference to review the implementation of socio-economic development in the first half of 2022 and look at plans to carry out key tasks over the remainder of the year.
Binh Phuoc recorded growth in most economic sectors in the first half of the year. Growth came in at 6.91%, ranking its second in the southern region and 35th nationwide. The industrial sector continued to be a driving force for the local economy, with the index of industrial production posting a year-on-year increase of 23.27%. Total investment capital was estimated to have risen 11% compared to the same period last year. Domestic investment attraction and business development also witnessed positive performance. Due attention was paid to improving the investment climate with new and effective measures introduced in investment promotion. Budget collections were in excess of 7 trillion Vietnam dong. Work was also done to take care of people's lives and ensure social welfare. Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Trần urged sector at all levels to soon address bottlenecks to speed up the disbursement of public investment and bolster budget collections, and to use the results of disbursement to assess the level of task completion by heads of agencies and units.
Binh Phuoc Province has conducted a program since 2019 to bring 1,000 ethnic minority families out of poverty each year and sustainably keep them above the poverty line.
The program cost 277 billion Vietnam dong over the 3 years from 2019 to 2021 and met needs in land, housing, clean water, electricity supply, vocational training, preferential loans, and information access. The number of poor ethnic minority families fell by 3,258, or 2.36% each year, exceeding the assigned plan by 18%. In 2021 alone, the number fell 1,287, or 29% more than the plan. In tandem with implementation in the first phase, in 2022, Binh Phuoc will support policies in terms of housing, land, clean water, electricity, latrines, healthcare, and education. It will also allocate nearly 50 billion Vietnam dong mobilized from social sources to support the construction of 624 houses of great solidarity.
A council responsible for choosing outstanding farm produce from Binh Phuoc Province has held the 6th edition of a vote to select typical rural products in 2022.
44 products were introduced at this year's vote, with paperwork for 3 of them were incompleted. Products were classified into 4 groups: handicrafts, processed agroforestry fishery products, devices, machinery, mechanic tools and spare parts, and other commodities. 36 products received at least 70 points in the vote and 5 others less than 70. 14 goods in the agroforestry fishery processing category earned recognition under the One Commune, One Product program. The council selected the 18 most outstanding products to represent the province at an upcoming regional vote to be hosted by the local agency for industry.
Vietnam traffic export increased by 33.2% in first half of this year, the highest growth rate among fishery products. The latest data by the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers showed.
According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, or VASEP in short, seafood exports were expected to rake in nearly $5.8 billion for Vietnam in the first 6 months, up almost 40% year-on-year. Most seafood products witnessed high export growth rates in the first half, of which traffic led the group with an estimated value of $1.43 billion of 83.2%, accounting for 1/4 of total seafood export value. Vasef said the Russia-Ukraine conflict has pushed up the price of seafood, forcing UK importers to find alternative partners, which is a good opportunity for Vietnamese shellfish exporters. The opportunity became bigger after the UK-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement, which officially came into force on May 1, 2021, slashes the UK's import tax to 0%, Vasef noted.
Vietnam's economy in 2022 is continuing to recover with bright prospects, but new risks and challenges also appear.
In 2020 to 2021, despite being heavily affected by the COVID-19 epidemic, Vietnam's GDP still maintained a positive growth, mainly thanks to the growth of import, export, and investment, especially foreign direct investment. In fact, a number of industries recovered strongly after the epidemic, such as retail, personal goods, pharmaceuticals, due to a good recovery in domestic demand. Construction industry pins hope in public investment, FDI and real estate to bounce back. Some industries show good recovery, reaching close to the pre-pandemic period, including transportation, warehousing, and forestry, while logistics sector is expected to be a bright spot in the coming years.
The number of foreign tourists visiting Vietnam in the first 2 quarters of 2022 increased 6.8 times over the same period of 2021, reaching 602,000, according to the General Statistics Office.
In June alone, Vietnam welcomed nearly 237,000 foreign arrivals, up nearly 37% compared to the previous month. Statistics show that the revenue from accommodation and catering services surged by nearly 21% in the first 6 months and 80% in June, over the same time last year. Meanwhile, the travel service revenue in January-June period surged by more than 94% over the same time last year, thanks to the strong recovery of tourism activities, especially the boom of domestic tourism in the second quarter. Some localities recording high revenues were Hanoi in the north, Đà Nẵng, Quảng Nam, and Khánh Hòa in the central region, and Cần Thơ in the south. Notably, Hanoi served more than 8.6 million in the reviewed period, earning over 25 trillion Vietnam dong, up 3 times in both number and revenue against the same time last year. The tourism sector of Ho Chi Minh City reported the city welcomed 11 million domestic holidaymakers and 478,000 foreigners in the periods, up 43% and 100% year-on-year respectively.
That's all for today on BPTV News. Thank you for your watching and goodbye for now.